Hi, I'm glad you clicked this video because I want to challenge you in regarding to your new leadership journey. The one that you're on, the one that creates continual change and is making these shifts in your strategies and shortening your strategies and the challenges that you have with your people. And you might even be finding that you're realizing that the way you worked before the pandemic is not necessarily working now. Do you realize that the hardest climb is not Kilimanjaro, not Denali, not even Mount Everest? It's the journey of true leadership, the one that you're on. And I'm sure that you can support the thought that you're fraught often with challenges and opportunities, setbacks and openings and obstacles. And if you're like me, you may have heard some of these stories that you can never have even imagined when it comes to running a business these days. And maybe some of those stories are even yours. I'm Fitz, and people in the business world call me Fitz, and you can call me that too. I'm a serial entrepreneur, an author, and I've been a mentor, coach, and confidant to CEOs, presidents, and business owners for over 25 years. And I also have owned my own businesses and have been on this journey of true leadership. I have worked both domestically and internationally for private and public companies, and they all experience the same thing. I want you to know that leadership, when done right, it is going to test you. And I'd like to share with you just a few things that leaders like yourself are facing and what they're doing to what I call the great climb and the great test that we're in. First, you might be, maybe you're experiencing that you're going to have to raise your level of grit, that gumption, your patience, your vision. You've got to be able to pivot on a dime. You got to sense what's in your gut and in your heart and move up to your head. You might wonder why? Well, because there's so many changes going on and they're rapidly facing us as leaders in this new journey. And this journey is one that has not been traveled before. We're in a time of disruption and continual changes, constant shifts in all areas of our business sectors, all areas of our systems, and we're going to have to continue to lead through it. And it's going to be like this for a while. Many of you might even have experienced like A-plus employees, the players in your organization. All of a sudden they're struggling. Your team might be disengaged. You might be wondering, what happened to that accountability muscle within the organization that we work so hard on building this strong culture? Why is accountability weak all of a sudden? Often when I hear about accountability issues, it's something that we typically sometimes will end up discovering that your workforce is stressed. And we're still experiencing a lot of the impact from the pandemic. The stress that your people are experiencing today is different than before the pandemic. Burnout accelerates much faster. And it's the change, and it means that you have to change as a leader. You have to change how you communicate, how you build your culture, how you harness the power of new technologies, how you harness the intellect of your employees. And it could make you feel like you're continually climbing uphill, forging new paths, wondering, where am I going now? And what if you didn't have to do it alone? What if you could climb with others with true trust and respect, an elite team of peers and experts who've got your back, an experienced guide that knows the lay of the land, they have the map, they have some new insights for how to forge a new path as a world-class leader, a path that could take you farther, bring you higher, a path that could take you to new peaks, maybe some peaks that you never even thought you could scale before, kind of like 10x your own organization, your own leadership. And what could you do with that level of support? I wonder, how far could you go? How high could you lift your team, your staff, your family, your community, your vendors? What type of ripple effect could your leadership have if you found the true essence of how to lead in this new journey? This is the way people like yourself, who are high achievers, world-class leaders in their industries, in their sectors, elevate themselves so that they can move through stressful situations, new challenges and new changes, both at work and in their life, and they just bring it to a whole new level. And when you're ready for the climb, for this climb of a lifetime for sure, your peers and experts in a variety of fields are ready to do it with you. You don't have to hunt for them. You don't have to go to webinars and seminars and read lots of business books and scour the internet for the right ideas and watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos. No, 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 no. You don't even have to take your friends and your colleagues out to breakfast, lunch, and dinner and try to pick their brain. You don't have to do that. No, this elite group of leaders, they get together monthly. Yeah. They're committed. They're dedicated. They're dedicated to climb this journey together. They share ideas and insights and new perspectives. They debate sometimes even a healthy way. They shared what went wrong when they tried a certain strategy and what went right. They bring that together, a whole bunch of wisdom that you can now take with you and move it into your own leadership journey. And people will ask, why do they do this? They dedicate 8 hours a month to meeting with their peers and experts? Yeah, and they do it with the phones shut off, disengaged from the company. They do it to work on themselves as a leader, to not be in the weeds of the organization, to elevate themselves higher, to see things in a much different perspective, and not to see it only through their own lens. They start to feel at the end of that day the spark of passion. That moment in time again where they realize that their work made the day exciting. They knew that when they woke up the next morning, they were going to bring some of these ideas back into their organization. They were going to begin to lead differently. They were going to take their team on this new journey. They were going to make better decisions, more calculated decisions, intuitive decisions. And after that meeting, yeah, they get the enjoyment. I've seen people go to the first session and they're very skeptical. They raise their eyes and they go, yeah, I don't know how this is going to work. And then at the end of the day, they go, wow, wow, where was this? How did I not know about this before? What is it that I feel like I've known all of you for a lifetime? I've written more notes in 8 hours than I have in 12 months. Things that I can actually go back tomorrow and begin to implement. So maybe you can resonate with this, and maybe you're not there right now. I get it. Not everyone is ready to step into a leadership journey like this. However, I want you to know it truly is the best kept secret, and it will challenge you to go to new heights and bring life back to your work again and actually make it so that you don't have to feel the dread of the day. You don't have to do it alone. They know that by investing that 8 hours with their peers and experts who have similar challenges and wins and losses and opportunities, they're not chasing things anymore. It's the place to go to garnish that wisdom, to make sure that they have everything in their tool belt to lead in this new journey, this new way of leadership. They get the resources, they get the understanding, they get the brain's trust, they get the collective wisdom, and you can do it too because it works. So I have a challenge for you. If you're ready to get back your life when it comes to your work, find the passion again. Get your culture back so it's very vibrant and people are engaged and they're going home thinking, wow, that was a great day. If you want to go to that level of leadership, you need to figure out what is this new journey of leadership. And if you want to, I'll be glad to lead you. I'll be glad to help you understand it. I'll be glad to take you through the process of how you could get into one of these peer groups. It's not something you just raise your hand and go, oh, I want to join. No, no, no. They're carefully selected. They're put together so that everybody's insights and core competencies aren't all the same. You don't have all engineers in the room and all drivers in the room. You don't have all financial heads in the room. You have wisdom that comes from all areas, and they bring it together, and it's an amazing brain trust. And that's why it works so well, and people stay in it. I've been leading these groups for well over 15 years, and I have some of these peers and CEOs and presidents that are still in it with me from the very beginning. So you have the chance, just like 45,000 other people who are leading companies like you got, an invitation to go ahead and book a one-on-one, private, confidential session with me, and I will walk you through your questions. I'll help you understand what this is. We'll determine whether you actually go through an interview with me to see if you can get appointed onto one of these peer advisory boards. I don't sell anything. I'm just the guide. I'm one of the board chairmen who leads this. I'm an advocate for it. And I know that there are so many people out there who are running companies that are confused. They don't know what's changed, what's going to change again, how do I get through it? And they're doing it alone. So I ask you right now, if this is you, if you want to make the change, if you want to find a new way to lead, the new leadership journey, if you're ready for it, book a call with me. Just click the button and let me know when you want to meet. And let me tell you something. It works. There's not one person who isn't in those peer advisory boards that says it doesn't. It works and it can work for you. So I hope to see you. I hope we can talk soon.
Meet Kathy Fitz, a passionate and creative business mind, and an extraordinary connector of people. Using her intuitive gifts as a guidance system, Fitz always has multiple adventures in focus, both in the business world and in her personal life. She is a heart-based living and leading expert, CEO coach, mentor, confidant, author and founder of the leading heart community and a serial entrepreneur. Stay connected with Fitz on her YouTube channel called Two Chicks That Spark the Heart and connect with her on LinkedIn. Also join her Facebook group called Heart-Based Leaders Making a Positive Impact in the World. We look forward to connecting and hearing from you.